Well, good morning and welcome to day 20 of our Circlet Prayer Challenge. This will be the final day. I read the story this morning of John and Jesse Perkins. This is back in 1908, so over 100 years ago. They felt the call to go to Africa but didn't know where, so they did the crazy thing, it seems in my mind. They just bought a ticket on this steamship to travel around, and they just trusted that God would tell them where to get off. And he did. One day along the coast of Liberia, the captain said, you don't want to get off here. There's cannibals here. You'll never return. But they said, no, this is where God wants us to get off. So they got in a boat and went into the beach. About 7 days before this, there was a man by the name of Jasper Toe, a native of Liberia, had been looking up into the night sky. He knew there was a God and had been longing to know God. And he prayed that night and said, God, send someone to show me how I can know you. And a voice spoke to him and said, go to Garaway Beach. You'll meet people there who will show you the way. And so he made the 7-day trek to the beach. And on Christmas morning, the same morning that the Garaways landed on the beach, Jasper Toe met them there. They connected. They couldn't speak a language at all, but he convinced them to come back to his village. And so they went. And they started a church. They learned the language. Actually, Jasper Toe was the first convert there. But the interesting part of the story is that Jasper Toe actually became a powerful evangelist and started hundreds of churches all over Liberia. And it was all started because some people are willing to go even though they didn't know where. It reminds me of the verse in Hebrews chapter 11 verse 8, which says, by faith Abraham, when called to go to a place he would later receive as his inheritance, obeyed and went even though he didn't know where he was going. You know, God does that often, right? He calls us even though we don't know where he's going. He doesn't usually lay out the 25-year plan. He just says, go, take the first step of obedience. When God calls, he qualifies. We don't need to worry about being ready. We just need to go when he prompts us to go by faith.